I have no shame in admitting that I am quite the overthinker. In fact, I'm overthinking right now. As an overthinker, I need answers, but often answers aren't always a given. So, as you can imagine, living through a pandemic has been particularly challenging for us overthinkers. We're living in a constant state of uncertainty and unknowing. Answers? They're a figment of the past and a hope for the future. We've had to learn that a lack of answers define what we hope to be a temporary norm. While certainly difficult, there has been a silver lining to this overthinker's nightmare: acceptance. Acceptance was key to my success at 826 Boston's writer's room in a Rafael Hernandez school. During my first meeting with my lovely mentor Allison, speaking on the topic of Zoom school and teaching in general, they told me, "You don't know what you don't know." Cue my overthinker's panic. What do you mean I don't know what I don't know? Why wouldn't I know? What should I know? These were all questions running through my head, but I had to accept the reality that there were simply going to be occasions when I didn't know that answer or didn't know what to do. A situation as such presented itself fairly early in my internship. Let's take a step back to week 2 of internships. I was in observation mode. I was to observe pedagogy, get to know the students, and get an understanding of how the school I was working at worked, or so the younger me blissfully thought. It was my first visit to the 8th grade class, and Allison knows exactly what I'm going to say right now. And they were just starting a unit on power and identity with the end goal of publishing a book on their work. That's all I knew. So I was looking forward to learning more about what the students were up to. Fast forward 10 minutes into the lesson, and I find myself alone in the breakout room with 4 blank screens. So I'm sitting there waiting for the teacher to pop into the room. And then I hear, "So, what are we doing, mister?" Reality check. I was the teacher I was waiting for. Frankly, I had no clue what we were doing. And that's exactly what I told them. "I don't know what we're doing." "Well, we don't know what we're doing either." And I sat there in the most awkward silence for a good 5 minutes. Just like this. Now, imagine that for a good 5 minutes. It was pretty awkward. Nevertheless, there is one thing I did know. We were speaking about identity and power. So that's the direction I took us in, and we had a lovely conversation for the class time about their identities and their experience with power or lack of power. Turns out that wasn't it. I was actually completely wrong. And they were supposed to write a paragraph about their what if, a hypothetical situation with their identity. I wasn't upset about it though. We had a lovely conversation, and I think some learning happened. It's okay not to know. And oftentimes, not knowing allows for opportunity. So, if there's anything that Zoom school has taught any of us, it's that our comfort is quite certainly a privilege. So, a word to the wise: lean into that chaos, be okay not knowing, and embrace that discomfort. It is through this that we are able to experience growth. That said, I am still a horrendous overthinker, but I've come to find beauty in not knowing. That means there is something to learn. And as an educator, learning is the best part of the process. Thank you all.